Just trying to create a call to action. That's why you're here. What can you do tomorrow to create a call to action to add business to your business? That's the way it works. I'm going to jump beyond that. Let me tell you some things that a $100 million advertising agency told me that I never thought of. Duh. Okay, red envelopes are the most powerful envelopes in the marketing world. I didn't know that. They're good. They're powerful. Longhand on a red envelope with a longhand address always gets beyond the secretary of the CEO or the gatekeeper because it's the psychology of red and the personal writing because they think it's a wedding invitation and they're not going to open it up. Okay, all right. Don't tell anybody I told you that, though. It's just our secret of 100 people here. Okay, so longhand, don't put your company, don't look at be printed. If you really want to get somebody's attention, a red envelope will really get their attention. There are two reasons why a person reads your letter. If you're going to write some sales letters tomorrow, I want you to really think about this. It's called selling to veto, very important top officers, selling to people. Two reasons they're going to read it. The first sentence and the PS. The first sentence, if I own a company and you're asking for donations or whatever, you're going to read it if I tell you exactly what I'm about. If I say in my first sentence, I am not a salesman, and then spend the next 3 paragraphs selling you, where do you think that letter is going to go? We call it the read and toss mentality, right? You get it. The second most empowered place on a letter is the PS. The PS. PS, I'm calling you tomorrow at 3 p.m. to see if we can get together. PS, I'm going to drop by in 3 days to see at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. Tell your secretary to give me the best time. That's a call to action, and people will go from here down to here. That's where they go every time. It's really powerful. Have a hook. 14 things that go wrong in your company and one sure way to prevent them. An envelope teaser for mailing that sold a manual on internal auditing procedures. A special invitation to the hero of American business from a subscription letter for Inc. magazine. Can 193,750 millionaires be wrong? An envelope teaser for a subscription mailing for Financial World magazine. Dear friend, I'm fed up with the legal system. I want to change it. I think you do too. The lead paragraph of a fundraising letter. But think about it. The first letter, the first hook that you give people is the psychological hook that makes people want to do business with you. It's about you and them and engaging them to want to go forward. Oh, I want to tell you one quick story. I sold jet planes to millionaires, and these are the jet planes I sold called the Vision Air. And they were $1.5 million, which, by the way, for a 6-seater jet with a head or a bathroom and a 2 flyby wheel is a pretty good deal. And I was brought in the 11th hour when the company had a flaw in the design of the jet airplane. And my job was to introduce millionaires to this plane. And they'd had 150 orders, and they'd lost 100 orders because they couldn't correct the problem and would not correct the problem until they finally just went under. And I brought in about 5 millionaires who didn't break a sweat at putting $100,000 down on a $1.2 million investment. Why they didn't succeed is because when there was a problem, they didn't fix it, and people are too smart for that. There was a yaw problem for you pilots where the thing was like going to the right, and it couldn't be corrected without slowing the airspeed or slowing the altitude. And they promised a higher plane and a faster plane, and they couldn't deliver, and it was called Vision Air, and they went out of business. And they went from 150 employees to Zippo. Okay, so if you promise somebody something, you got to deliver it.